I'm ruining my life through inaction, and I can't tell if I'm depressed or lazy. About to fail multiple courses again because I couldn't get myself to do any work. Between this and the disasters of last year, I have wasted so much money and set myself so far back it's really painful to think about, but I didn't pause this to vent or ruminate. I am just confused. Starting around the beginning of last year, I had the issue of not doing something that I need to do, feeling intense distress over not doing it, and then still not being able to get myself to do it. I'll often shut out any potential distraction, reject any form of enjoyment because I want to focus on the task at hand, and then still not be able to do it, which is worse because now I deprive myself of a potentially enjoyable experience but have nothing to show for it. Then, when consequences inevitably arrive, I just stew in self-loathing and don't modify my behavior. I've failed so many easily able classes over the past 2 years because I wasn't able to get myself to do certain assignments or show up to class often enough. I've always struggled with discipline since I was a child. My parents tried very hard, but nothing lasted with me. But I don't know if what I'm feeling now is the same. I just know it needs to change, cause I won't make it through life like this, and I don't want to bury myself academically, already given up on law school, or financially more than I already have. I just want to start by saying, you're not lazy. You're struggling. And there's a huge difference. The way you describe your situation, the intense guilt, the frustration, the emotional paralysis, that's not what laziness looks like. Laziness doesn't come with shame and self-loathing. What you're describing sounds a lot more like burnout, depression, or executive dysfunction. You said that even when you try to eliminate distractions and give yourself the best chance to focus, you still can't get yourself to move. You want to act, and the pressure builds, but you just sit there, stuck. That's not a lack of discipline, that's your brain waving a red flag. And what makes it worse is the spiral. You avoid the task, feel worse for avoiding it, punish yourself by removing all enjoyment, and then feel even worse when that doesn't work either. It's a vicious loop, and once you're in it, it can feel impossible to break out. You're clearly smart. You're self-aware. You've reflected deeply on your behavior, probably more than most people ever do. That alone tells me this isn't about being lazy. You're dealing with something heavier. And honestly, that kind of stuckness often requires more than just trying harder. Maybe it's depression. Maybe it's undiagnosed ADHD. Maybe it's trauma, burnout, or just being crushed by expectations and feeling like you're failing at life. Whatever it is, it's valid. And more importantly, it's not a permanent state. You also mentioned you've always struggled with discipline since childhood, even though your parents tried to help. That makes me think this might not be something you can just willpower your way out of, and that's okay. Some brains just operate differently, and that doesn't make you broken. It means you might need to approach things differently than most people do. If you haven't yet, I'd strongly encourage talking to a mental health professional. Not because something's wrong with you, but because this weight you're carrying doesn't need to be carried alone. Therapy, coaching, or even just talking to someone neutral can be a huge first step in untangling everything that's happening in your mind. Also, I know it might feel like you've already given up on law school and wasted years. But life isn't linear. People restart. People change paths. People rebuild. Law school might not be it for you anymore, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you're figuring things out just like everyone else, even if it feels messier on your end. And one last thing, the fact that you wrote this post at all shows that you haven't given up. You're still searching for answers. You're still trying to understand yourself. That matters. That's huge. That's hope. So to you and to anyone else listening who feels this way, you're not alone. You're not lazy. You're human. And you deserve support, not shame.